Here's a video for all my fellow six stringers out there on alternative chord voicings or uh, to spice up songs, you know, when you're a little with the progression you're playing, to give you some different choices and make the chord form more interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a explanation of kind of the philosophy I use to try to pick up and change chord voicings. And then I'm going to run through a classic song, Jimi Hendrix, Little Wing, to show you kind of the chords I use, and then we'll talk a little bit about how I arrived at using those chord voices. Now, I have to first say that the inspiration for this came from watching players. I was lucky enough to see Eric Johnson play Little Wing, and although he started off with the classic, you know, Little Wing forms and the Jimi Hendrix shapes, things like that. He quickly, in the second go around, the second chorus, started using some really cool alternative chord voicings, and man, it just was so impressive. It just sounded so great, and really added a lot of interest and a lot of cool vibe to the song. So anyway, let's take Little Wing, and I'll just kind of run through how I arrived at some of the chord choices. First, the basic chord structure. You know, it's pretty much an E minor to a G, or a G that played that way. Move here so you can see the fretboard. And then it's an A minor, then down to an E minor, right? And then it's a B minor, slides down to another A minor. Now up to C, now G, now down to F, now to a C, now to a D. That's the basic chord, and then it starts all over again, back to the E minor. Okay, so I'm gonna go through Little Wing one time using the standard chords, kind of the Jimi Hendrix version, and then the second time I'm going to use kind of some alternative chords to show you an example of what I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. All right, I hope all those chords were clear, but that gives an example of some of the voicings I use. Now, let's talk about some of the voicings. All right, for the E minor, you got a lot of choices. There's that one kind of open E with the ninth thrown in on top instead of the octave there. The other one, I use a drop two voicing too. Now, if basically this is just putting, with the fifth of the E here, and it's just a different. It's got a ninth in it. That's the minor third, and then that's the dominant seventh. So it's just a different voicing in the chord, but it's got all the same chord elements in it. It's just a different way to voice it so that you have the tensions in different spots on the neck. And you can use the nice open E on top to give it a nice. So that's when you slow the song down, like say after a solo. This is actually a really effective use of this chord, because after a solo and you've crescendoed, you've reached an emotional peak, and you're trying to bring it back down. This is a nice way to start the progression over again, and then. Now you can just go for a regular double stop E minor there. That's what I did in one of the takes. And then I'm using that B minor 11th chord, but I also used a nice open B minor with just two opens. So that's a nice option as well. And then at the end I just did the regular. There you go. There's some options. If you have any questions, please leave comments on the video. I'm happy to explain stuff. I tried to put the fretboard out in front here so you could see what I was doing. I also used some terms from theory, tension and stuff, and I know we've got all levels of players here, so I'm happy to explain any of that. But anyway, rock on six stringers, and I hope to be making more videos. Take care. Thanks.